welcome. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of The Battle of the Bulge. I have my guest here today. I would like to introduce Felicia, better known as Coach Fee.
Coach Fee in the house.
All right, Coach Fee, can you tell us a little something about yourself?
Sure. My name is Felicia Sexton, a.k.a. Coach Fee. I am the owner of the Women's Health and Fitness Center, which is an all-women's facility or gym, as you might put it. I'm also an author of a book called From Recovery to Discovery, and we'll talk about that. I'm a mom, a professional fitness competitor, and I will be 59. So that's why all this is very important to us today, Nikki, because age and fitness and all these things go together. And so that's just a little bit about me. But one of the things that I make sure people know about me is that I am a recovering person, a recovering addict of 27 years.
Wow. And looking at her today, you would never think that about her. I love this lady. I've been around this lady. I don't know. I lost track for how many years now.
I quit counting the years, Nikki. I quit counting.
And she's my trainer. Mm-hmm. And I fall off the wagon. Yeah. And no matter how many times I fall off and come back, when I walk through that door.
That's right. It's all love.
Pick that weight up, Nikki. Let's go. No questions, no judgment.
That's right. No judgment zone. That's right. That's right.
But in the month of January, I'm going to be doing New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
I want people to be successful in achieving their New Year's resolutions.
Okay.
But I picked 5.
Okay.
Last week was individuals finding love.
Okay.
This week, I decided to talk about weight loss. Every year, you run into these group of people that, they say, oh, I want to lose weight. I want to, eat better and do things. But a lot of us fail.
Right.
And I've been that person year after year.
Too. I've been there too.
So I thought I would come up with ways that could help people achieve that goal of losing weight, eating better, exercising. But what I found an article, and in the article it said that 48% of people say they want to achieve the weight loss. 50% say they want to exercise more. 39% say they want to improve their diet. But the catch is only 35% actually kept their word and did all 3 things.
Wow, that's amazing statistic.
But a good thing is only 16% people fail everything.
Okay.
So I think that's kind of good out of 100.
Out of 16, just 16%, that's a good number.
Yes.
Our issue, so first thing we have to do, Nikki, when we start talking, you and I both know, is that you got to make a commitment to yourself. Because everybody does this every year. January comes around, they have all these goals they want to complete, finance, I'm going to save money, I want to lose weight, I want to get in or out of a relationship. And sometimes we pile too much on our plate at one time. Yes. So when it comes to health and wellness, one of the things you have to remember is that you have to be to thine own self be true, which means you have to know what you're willing to do. You have to know the lengths you have to go to get it done. And you have to stick and stay. Because we are good at starting a lot of stuff, but we don't see it through to the end. One thing that I tell people all the time is that in that bigger book, gluttony is a sin. And when we're reading our word, we jump right over that. We everything else is a bigger sin, stealing, killing, all these other things. But gluttony is right in there. And so when we are, and that means gluttony of anything, too much of anything is too much, right? Mm-hmm. And so when we start talking about, I want to be a better me, I wanted to be a better me for my son. I wanted to be a better me. So, because I lost my mom at 51 years old. My mom died from lupus at 51, So even though she was in good health, I saw all these things were and have always been a part of why I wanted to be a better me. And so when it comes to working out and eating better, you have to take it one step at a time. You can't jump out there and say, I'm going to see a trainer 5 days a week and I'm not eating any carbs. And no, that's not going to work. Because you are overloading your plate, with too much, too fast. Take it. I call it keep it simple, stupid. KISS. You know, let's do this one step at a time. So I need to make a commitment. And for me, make a covenant with God and say, God, this is between me and you. This is what we're going to do together. And when I do that, I have always felt like, oh, God, I can't let God down.
Yes.
You know, I got to keep my word. But I want to be healthy. And so for those that are listening to this podcast, you need to know, take it one step at a time.
Okay, let's back up for a minute.
Okay.
Let's go back to the place before you got into fitness.
Okay.
And you looked in the mirror, I'm going to say, and you say, you know what? I need to do something with my body.
Yes.
What
Yes.
was your mental state at that point?
So, again, I told you, you know, I'm a recovering addict, cocaine addict. God is good. Mm-hmm. I had been clean maybe about 2 years. And I started training with my current trainer, you know, and mentor, John Mitchell. And my menopause started for me, Nikki, at 38 years old.
Wow.
And I didn't know what to do because I'm afraid. I just told you I'm a recovering person, so I ain't want to take no drugs, right? I'm like, dude, I'm already thrown off. You know, I don't want to take, you know, first thing they want to do is give you all this medication, right? So he's like, oh, no, we're not doing that. We're going to change the way we eat and change the way we exercise so you don't get you 2 or 3 fans to put in your room when you're hot at night. And we need to tackle it that way. Now, 2 things happened with that. One, it made me realize that there's always an alternative measure of doing something. And for me, I had no choice because I didn't want to put drugs on top of me, this person that hadn't been clean very long. And it worked for me. And as I continued that road, I thought I got kind of cute, right? I was like, okay, I'm looking kind of good. And I wanted to take it a step further just to see how far I could push my body. Mm-hmm. Okay, I haven't came this far. So there was a powerlifting competition coming up. Mm-hmm. And he was like, okay, let's do that. And I did, and I won, and I continued to do that. And it just elevated and elevated. So that's where mine started.
Okay.
From my menopause, because I didn't want to take any drugs. So that's where how I got started.
So that was part of your motivation besides your son and your mom.
Exactly.
For me, the point I'm trying to make is you have to find something to motivate you to lose weight because, you know, once you get a certain size, we get comfortable. And in our minds, we're telling ourselves, "Ooh, I need to lose weight."
Right.
But we don't have that extra push.
Right.
To push us off the couch or push us away from the table.
Or it's there, but we're afraid to start.
Yes.
See, that right there, that's heavy because I know how it is to want something and I'll keep telling myself, I'm good. I'm okay.
Yes.
But in the back of my mind, I'm saying, Jesus, can somebody rescue me? Can somebody just really open a window so that I can peek my head out and get started? Because I really, really want it. But I'm so used to saying, I'm good. I'm okay.
They don't love me the way I am, then
and you know good and well.
And you're not even loving yourself.
And you're not loving yourself because the God that I serve, you're saying, I need you to be the best you can be, right? Mm-hmm. But it's easy to pretend I'm okay. And that's not to throw shade or say anything to those that are at home right now, right? It's just saying that, are you really okay? Mm-hmm. Are you really okay with where you are? Or are you just afraid of failing? Ooh. Because I've been there. I've been in situations, Nikki, where I wanted it, but I wouldn't do it because I kept saying, I ain't going to make it. I'm going to fail. So I wouldn't even try. So, but we are worth trying. Our health. You got one temple God gave you. You're going to get one shot at this.
That's right.
One shot.
So I would say to that person, you know, don't be afraid to try.
Exactly.
Like I said, start off like with me. I just started walking in the morning. I started out 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you know.
That's right.
I just kept going up. Every month I would go up 15 minutes.
That's right.
But that worked for me.
I tell people that have not done any exercise to get up and walk to the mailbox and walk back. That's all I want you to do. Mm-hmm. Just walk to the mailbox and back. If it's on the corner, take your time, right? Mm-hmm. If it's in front of the house, walk out there and back 2 or 3 times in the morning, 2 or 3 times in the evening. And then you're going to realize, well, maybe I could walk to the corner this week. And so you start extending that walk just a little at a time. Now, the other thing is, don't take everything away from yourself too fast. Meaning, if you are starting, and I don't like the word diet, let's say new lifestyle. If we start a new lifestyle and you drink sodas, and maybe you drinking 6 sodas a day, cut it down to 5. Right? Making
you
that face
see my eyes like,
right?
Yeah.
Cut it down to
true.
5.
Yeah.
And then do that for a week or so, and then cut it down to 4. Or if you're a person that likes potato chips, big bags of potato chips, guess what, Nikki? If you don't buy it, it can't come in your house. You can't eat it if it's not in the house. So if you go into the store, the other day, let me tell you a story. The other day, I literally called another warrior from the gym and said, can you go to the grocery store for me? Because if I go in that grocery store, I'm going to buy that Skinny Pop popcorn. So find ways to change your lifestyle a little at a time so it won't be so overwhelming. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. That's
It
true.
can be really overwhelming.
But the most important thing is you have to motivate yourself to start. You got to start somewhere.
That's right.
If you start out small, eventually, like Coach said, it'll turn into something
That's
bigger
right.
than that.
And you and what I've found is what I do, because I love working out. My mental state and how I work out, Nikki, affects other areas of my life. See, when I get this portion here under control, then all of a sudden God say, well, let me just show you how you can use that to clean your room or to make your bed up every day. Because that's this thing called discipline. When that discipline kick in, then you start using that in other areas of your life. My niece says all the time, make up your bed that starts your day. That starts your day off right when you make up your bed. And I'm like, that don't make no sense. Well, I'm just telling you, I have made a conscious effort with my 6-year-old grandbaby to make my bed up every morning. And it is amazing what an accomplishment that is so that I'm good the rest of the day.
Wow.
It's little things.
Yeah.
Little things.
Well, I'm sad to say I sleep on top of a comforter on top of the bed, so I don't have to make the bed.
Oh, I gotta try that one.
I don't have time. I got to jump up and go.
I'm gonna try that one, girl. That's a
No,
good
that's
one.
just lazy. I admit that's lazy. But yeah, that's the start.
Yes.
Something that will motivate you
Yes.
to begin to lose weight.
Yes. Yes.
And I jotted down like 3 things that I did for myself. And the first thing I wrote down was I had a made up mind. I had a made up mind that I'm going to lose this weight
That's good.
with no distractions. And when I say distractions, I got to go to work. I can't go over here. I got to do. No.
Yeah, that's good.
Whatever time you allot for yourself, that is your time. So my time is morning time. And then that's when I'm more alert. Well, it don't seem like it, but yeah. That's when I'm more alert.
But you're right, though.
You have to have that time to do whatever it is that you plan on doing for your weight loss.
And and I'm glad you said that because 2 things you said are amazing. Distractions.
Yes.
Distractions. Oh my God. But are they distractions or are they sometimes our excuse not to continue?
A little bit of both.
You see what I'm saying? Because we all are working and we have families and all these other obligations, but I am as important as anybody else. My health is as important as anything else. So I believe in scheduling your workout. You schedule to go to the dentist. You schedule your doctor's appointments. You schedule those Zoom meetings. Schedule your time. Put that in your calendar. And somebody says, well, can we do so-and-so at 5 in the evening? No, I'm already booked. That's your gym time. And the other thing you said is that, your time is 5 a.m. Find that time that works for you. I'm a morning gal too, so working out in the morning gets my blood flowing. It gets me going. Because if you come into the gym and I haven't worked out already, and you say to me, "Let's work out at 4:00 in the evening," I'm going, "No, it ain't finna happen," because I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? It's just not in me to just start that late in the evening. So, doing those 3 things, Nikki, and I can say for her, she is successful at those things. That works for you. A made up mind no distractions, and scheduling your time.
Mm-hmm.
And let everybody know that I'm busy at this time. Those are good, Nikki. That's good. That's good. She on point.
And I came up with also a mental vision for myself. The things that I wanted to work on the outside. On the inside as well, but on the outside. And I would say since I've been working out off and on all these years, it's good for my mental state.
Yes, it is.
As I'm working out, I may be counting them reps, but in my mind, I'm thinking of things, other things. It gives me that quiet time to myself. If that makes any sense.
No, I thought I was the only one who did that.
No.
Because while I'm lifting that heavy weight, I'm already thinking over here what I'm going to do. My next vision, my next step, and thanking God for opportunities that are coming up and working the plan out in my head while I'm working out. Because our mental and physical are so tied together. Right? It's almost like when I'm good up here, this starts lining up. First of all, my insides got to match my outsides that need to match my brain.
Exactly.
All that's got to go together. And if something is off, you're going to know it in the course of a day. You're going to go, yesterday, I said, oh, man, I woke up and I said, oh, I'm so off. What is going on? So I had to kind of backpedal a little bit from some responsibilities that I had that I should have done. But I was like, I'm not going to do it because I'm going to be off. You know what I'm saying? And so I let it go. But that physical, that spiritual, and that mental, all that goes together.
Yeah, I found that out over time. It really does. And then the last show I did, the lady was saying how she does, meditation.
Yes.
And I was like, I never tried that. But then when I thought about it, I said my meditation come in when I go to the track as well, because it's me out there by myself with my own thoughts.
With your own thoughts. And nobody's interfering or there's no distractions.
Exactly.
Right? And you can, it's amazing how we become so productive when we spend a little time by ourselves.
Exactly.
Right? So you on that track, and God knows what the vision you getting as you walking. Sometimes you want to record it and start recording because you're like, oh, I got to remember that thought.
Right? Sometimes I do. I text it to myself.
Positive affirmations while you walking.
Yeah.
Positive thoughts. How can I help me be a better me so I can help somebody else be a better them? Because at the end of the day, I firmly believe what we do is not for us.
Yes.
It's the example that we are for somebody else. Because there's somebody who have seen you on Facebook working out, and they're saying to themselves, man, I wish I could do that. And then as they see your progression of weight loss, be it short term, long term, it doesn't matter, they say to themselves, I can do that. So I never, when I video you guys and all that, I know it's not for you. It's not because y'all cute. Y'all cute. Well, not in the morning, but anyway.
Not at all.
But it's for somebody else. It's for that person that's not sure that they can do it.
Yes.
And that's the hit right there, Nikki.
And that is true because I met women in the gym that walk up to me and say, oh, girl, I saw you on Facebook. I'm like, where? Then it dawned on me that she does those videos. So that does work. I've had several ladies tell me that.
And
I'm thinking,
you don't see your progression as much as the other person in the gym when they come up to you and go, girl, you sure looking good. And you going, I do?
Yeah, that's me.
That's you all day long. That's you all day long. She's like, for real? Well, yeah.
Because I don't see it.
Girl, listen.
I don't see it. I know it's there, but I don't see it.
That's why all women's gym is amazing. Because sisters see stuff. They're going to see it for you before you see it. And that really helps. So,
and I want to say one other thing about Felicia's gym. It's for women only. But those women, they're positive.
Yeah.
And when I was going through my stuff at one time, whether they know it or not, they helped me.
Yeah.
It helped me to be around positive-minded women that were about business.
Yeah.
But not just about business, but they were about uplifting as well.
Yeah.
It wasn't more so, oh, she's skinnier than me, so I got to do it.
Right.
It's no competition. It's no judgment. None of that. It's just a group of us working out, trying to, get healthier.
Yeah. And trying to figure out, now, what you doing so I can do it? Right?
Yes.
Because we don't, let me tell you something, we don't mind wanting to ask you, so girl, what you eat? So I can eat that.
Exactly.
And when the vision came to me for the women's gym, I had so many people, Nikki, say, a bunch of women can't get along and this ain't going to work. I kept saying, well, I tell you what, it may not be perfect, but we're going to have our own space because women need their own stuff. And we need to be able to pray. We need to be able to roll on the floor and cry. We need to not have the outside, meaning men. We love you, brothers, but interfering in our space.
Yes.
You know, because there's some days that I've walked in there and I can't get it together. And I'm like, somebody need to pray for me. You know, and you got a group of women that's willing to do that and willing to push you past your point of being comfortable. See, a lot of times you have women, you know, I hate to say it, but they want you to stay boxed in.
Yes.
You know, and at the Women's Health and Fitness Center, thank God, we don't want to be boxed in because we're all trying to go to another level. So I don't need a crew of women that are all failing because they're pulling each other crabs in the barrel.
Yes.
Right? No, we're not the crabs in the barrel. If anything, we're on the bottom of the barrel trying to push you over the top.
And that's exactly what happens.
Yeah, because when you win, I win. See, when you win, we all win. Because you are a part of my arm, my leg, my this. You are a part of me. And you are a part of those other women. So when you hit the stage or you do a podcast, we all doing it. It's like, whoo, we done all won.
Yes, and that should be the attitude, of women, period. People in general.
People in general.
You know, people don't get generally happy for people when they do, achieve little accomplishments.
That's right. No matter how small, it's an accomplishment.
Exactly.
When somebody says to me, Miss Fee, I ate right this weekend, right? That's a big deal for somebody that struggles on the weekend. See, people might think that's a small thing, but if you walk up to me and say, I ate clean Saturday and Sunday, that's a happy dance.
Yes.
Because I know how the weekend can be a struggle for people that do good during the week because we all think we need to treat ourselves come Friday. See,
and I used to be that person, but not anymore.
I had to learn that with Nikki. I had to learn
Because that is a bad thing for me because it never stops. Once I eat, I don't know, a chocolate bar, I can eat another one and another one. And then, I'm
right.
crying. I walk in the gym and feet looking right at me and say, what you ate this weekend? I'm like, nothing.
It's like you can
know
tell.
I'm lying.
They walk in, don't want to look me in my face. I'm like, what you do? But it's like in Narcotics Anonymous, 1 is too many and 1,000 is never enough.
Yes.
See, and I keep that as a recovering person in my forefront of my brain. Because I'm going to tell you, once I start eating bad, I don't know how to stop. I'm no different than anybody else. I have a disease of addiction where there's no known cure, which means 1 is too many. And 1,000. I remember when Ocean's was open over there. And I remember I was getting school clothes for my son, standing in the aisle crying because there were too many choices. I can't handle choices, right? And I called my niece and she's like, what's wrong? I said, I'm trying to buy school clothes, but if y'all don't come help me, I'm gonna take this whole rack and buy all these shirts because I don't want to get the wrong thing. See, I couldn't pick up one. I needed all of them because I wanted to be right. My niece said, stop where you are, stand right there. I'm on my way. So you gotta know you when it comes to health and wellness and changing your life and doing better. You can start over at any time. Remember that. If I fail on Friday, I get a do-over on Saturday.
Yes.
But you just got to start over. For me, that Saturday don't come. It's going to be the next Saturday. I'm still going to be eating bonbons. So I got a problem with it.
Yeah. But you can get back on track.
Absolutely.
Lord knows I done fell off multitude of times, like I said before.
That's right.
But I always get up and I try it again.
And don't be ashamed.
Yes.
That's what it is. It's like we all fail. You know, I think failure sometimes builds character.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? It makes me stronger because then I get the opportunity to say, I'm going to get this thing right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and if I fail again, I need to dust myself off immediately and don't waddle in what I did wrong because we beat ourselves up too bad.
And you have to change your way of thinking. For me, I had to change my mental thoughts. Oh, well, I ain't lost no weight this week, so forget it. I'm not going to try it no more.
That's right.
And then I gained 20 more pounds, maybe. If I'm lucky, 20 maybe. And then I'm thinking, now how I'm going to get rid of this 20 I've added on top of what I was trying to lose in the first place.
That's right.
Instead of just saying, okay, I messed this up, let me just keep going.
You have to keep going because you will find that you've dug a hole so deep that it takes God and everything else that you can think of to pull you out of that hole. Because you and I both know we've been in some holes.
Yes.
Right? And it was just that one thing that made you reach your hand up so somebody can grab you. But some of us, unfortunately, we can't get that hand out of it. So we don't want to start piling stuff on top of stuff and weight on top of weight. And so, like you said, it's your mental state and the words, I can.
Yes.
And I will. Right? Just not I can, but I will. You got to do it. I was in my car coming up here and had to, the registration for a show that I'm doing in September came open, right? So it's time to register. I got butterflies in my stomach. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to register. Because once I register, once you put it out there, it's done. So once you walk yourself in that gym that first time, it's done.
Yeah, that's
You've
true.
walked in the door. It is on then. Ain't no turning back.
That's the biggest step.
Yep.
Getting there. Once you get there, you're fine.
And Nikki, we need to remind people too is that maybe you don't want to go into the gym. Maybe you can't go into the gym, or maybe it's not. Maybe it's not financially feasible. Maybe in transportation. Maybe you're just not there yet. Maybe you need to do something from home. There is plenty you can do from home. Yes. Just like myself, I do Zooms, but on these cable stations now, baby, they got enough workouts on these cable stations that you can get started right there in your chair. If you are chair bound, they have chair exercises. And they don't have to be over the top, standing on your head. No. Because some of that stuff I always say is ridiculous. Yeah. And not to beat up Instagram or Facebook or anything else, but you have to be careful what you watching. What you putting in your spirit. Because you start watching, that person that's 100 pounds and they standing on their head doing all this. And the first thing you say is, oh, I can't do all that. Well, I'm not doing it either. Right? Some people do these Facebook and Instagram for followers. I call it for attention. They're not trying to save your life. That's right? True. They trying to make their money and do their thing. And I ain't mad at them. It's just that that's not what I do. When I put something or put you guys on Facebook, it's to show somebody else, this is what we doing over here. Falling on our face, head in the tire,
Yes.
So it's real life. And again, nothing against all the other people that are doing their thing, but that's not why I put stuff on social media. I put it on social media to show you, baby, you can get off that couch and you can do what we're doing in your living room if you have to.
And that was another big factor for me with my weight loss journey, was finding someone. Once I got to the point where the walking was getting I'm like, okay, I need more. I need, yes. Mm-hmm. So finding that individual that I click with, because, you go to certain places and you meet these trainers and you can tell, well, now I can tell, right, that they just in it for the money. They would put me on the treadmill and say, okay, they be gone. And I'm looking around like, okay, what's next? They gone. Right. Then they come back. Oh, okay, well, you can do 30 more minutes.
Right. Nothing personal.
They didn't care.
Yeah, they didn't care.
So when I ran into Fee, it was different because I could tell that she actually cared.
Yeah. And I'm not going to let you get away with that craziness.
And it makes a difference when you're working out.
A good thing you talk about that, Nikki, because you have to really it's a relationship.
Yes.
Now, I ain't saying y'all got to go home together and all that and be hanging out.
But you got to.
But I got to be able to say to Nikki, what's wrong with you? That I need you to do so-and-so, so-and-so. And I need to, first of all, I need to be able to do so-and-so, so-and-so. to show you. That's one thing. I don't need to be sprouting orders to you. I need to show you how it's done, work with you to make sure you're doing it correctly. And we have a common goal we're trying to get to. You need to make sure that that person that you are hiring as a trainer, like you just said, there's a click somewhere. There, it's not like, well, I'm going in here. I've had people come to me and say, well, I was going to this person, but nothing ever happened, and they were too busy talking to their friends, and I ain't trying to. What am I trying to impress nobody? You hired me to do a job, and that is to make Nikki better tomorrow than she is right now. And so my job is to help Nikki, not do it for Nikki. Help Nikki through those areas or that situations and those times when you ain't got no push in you, and I'm going, come on, girl, what you doing? Come on, let's go. And so that for me is what I like to do. I take a personal, I'm getting up in the morning praying for y'all I'm praying for me. I'm like, Lord Jesus, but that's because my work is my ministry, and let me say this, everybody's not supposed to be in my gym. See, I've had people walk in the gym and it's almost, excuse me, Lord for saying this, but it was almost like that dark spirit came in and it went right back out, Nikki.
Thank God.
Because the devil can't stay on holy ground. And I would already say, oh, she ain't going to be around long. Oh, she ain't going to be here. Because motives were wrong. Reasons for being there were wrong. But, we work. You need to tell them, Nikki, we don't play. You come up in that pink room, you going to do some work.
Yes, you are. You going to work. But, for me, another thing I think individuals need to keep in mind is just accept your small accomplishments.
Yes.
Don't make your expectations so high that you begin to feel like you're failing. For me, I had to learn that. If I only lost 2 pounds in a week, baby, please, I was happy.
That's good.
Because I work hard to lose them 2 pounds.
Or if you was able to do one rep more than you did the day before.
Yes.
I always tell people, don't look to the left of you and don't look to the right of you.
Yes.
Baby, keep your focus on you. Because you don't know what that woman went through to be that size. Or you don't know what she going through to be able to lift that. You don't know how long they've been there. You don't know the story. So you cannot come in saying, well, I want to do. No, you don't. Stay in your lane. I've been doing this a long time, Nikki. And I, this morning, was training with my trainer and had to remind myself, girl, you better stay in your lane. You better stay in your lane. Because I'm going to get it right. I'm going to do it. I don't care how much that person lifting or what they look like. Because I still can go there myself. Well, I should be better. I should be ready. I should be this. God said, girl, you better stay in your lane and go and do what you got to do. And be okay with where you are right now. Exactly.
Except wherever you are, right. Whatever small accomplishments you make.
You be forgetting how far I brought you. That's what I think God be saying. Have you forgot? That you used to be 170-something pounds? Shoot, girl, bye.
Another thing that I struggle with as well was the mental picture of myself. Like right now, my size now, I haven't been this size in so long.
Right.
That
you don't see yourself.
I don't see myself, but certain parts of my body are gone that I'm used to having, like my butt.
Right. Yeah, that's why I'm doing a lot of squats, y'all.
I'm like, wait a minute. But then again, it's a good thing, but it's a mental thing, I guess.
Well, you, again, are the last one to see the beauty, the transformation, all those things that are happening to you. Because you still, I always say, that girl. So you still see that Nikki.
Yes.
Right? And whether it's your weight or a relationship or a job, that Nikki is who you still relate to. And you haven't embraced the new Nikki yet. And once I embrace that new girl, right, then things will fall into place. And it's not a bad thing that it's taken you a long time to embrace her, because that to me keeps you humble. Mm-hmm. Because we can get real fly real quick. You already know. We can lose 2 pounds. I say this all the time. You lost 2 pounds and look at you. Now you want to walk, which is okay, but don't get ahead of the game.
Yes.
Right? So you are humble and grateful because you still saying, okay, God, I'm getting it. I'm getting it. You know, I can say that because I've been knowing you 8, 9, whatever years. I've seen the ups and the downs with your weight. You know, I've seen the walking up tall versus I can remember a picture of you, Nikki. I took of you and you was slumped. I can see the picture today. Up against the door, I took you a picture front and side and you were slumped down.
Oh, that picture I had on that black.
That's right.
And my friend said, I look like the girl on the bus that's ready to fight.
Yeah. and there was this sadness, right? Because the weight has a way of holding us down. Mm-hmm. It's just, it makes me tired. It makes me mentally drained. And as you lost weight, and then there's another picture you probably remember of you doing some type of shuffle or dance with this ponytail. You had on black again.
Yeah.
And you had this ponytail, and there was Nikki upright, right? And so as you began to lose the weight and the confidence, because we lose our confidence, we really do.
Yes.
Began to come back, you started walking tall, you know, and then you went through some things and some other things. Life took us back down. And then there's Nikki coming back up again. And everybody saying, our Nikki's back.
That's the story of my life, ups and downs. So don't ever say you can't get back up, because I'm the get back up queen.
Yeah, baby.
You knock me down, I'm getting back up.
Because I'm going to make sure one way or another that I'm going to grab onto something or somebody that's going to help pull me up, that's going to believe in me enough to help pull me back up. Yeah. See, somebody somewhere got to believe in me. When I can't believe in myself, I'm going to call Nikki. Nikki, I'm going to need you to do something because I ain't got it today. You know, and in your case, you know, God had me right there to say, baby, my doors don't never close. They never, and I say that all the time, my door never closes. True. I don't care how many times you leave and come back. Okay, baby, I'm here.
And that is true.
And you have done the thing. You have done it.
For years, I go back and forth.
Girl,
but I'm sticking to the script this time.
You just stuck to the script.
Real talk. I got goals, plans.
Yeah, I don't know, Nikki. I think you got too many goals, girl, because you hitting us over the head right about now.
Okay. We digress.
Okay,
back to losing weight. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying a few things that I did for myself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Another thing that I did is I tried to figure out, why was I eating so much or eating so badly? So I researched and I found out that I was called, what they call, doctors call emotional eater. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm stressed out and then I just eat and eat and eat and eat. And I remember you saying, I don't know if it was to me or somebody, that you do that because that food is the only thing that you can control at the time.
That's right.
You can't control that situation, but you can control that food.
That's right.
So you eat and eat and eat.
That's
and
right.
ever since that's been in my head, I'm thinking to myself, I need to do something else.
Because
figure out what it is.
That is, a lot of people use different things when they're stressed. You got people who shop. Mm-hmm. You got sex addicts. You got, alcoholics. You got addicts. You got, people who are binge eaters or whatever. And that one thing is the only thing when he, them, or they piss me off that I can control. And that's I can eat my feelings. Mm-hmm. Because I can't probably say to you what I want to say, or I can't fix that situation, or, son is here and daughter's here and kids here, whatever. I can't control them, but I can control what I eat. And so but then you got people on the flip side. They eat when they're happy, they're sad, they're lonely, they're tired. And so you have to be in tune with what you're going through, right? Mm-hmm. Because once you get control of those emotional roller coaster feelings, then that food eating will stop. Because I'll catch myself and go, I'm not even hungry. Get out. You're pissed off right now. Get out the refrigerator.
That's me now, but a few years ago, no.
Yeah, I'll catch myself, Nikki. I will. Or,
you won't eat that? I'm like,
I don't want that.
No, let me go deal with whatever.
Not being realistic enough with yourself to address a situation. That was that one for me is it. I need to address this, but I'm not there yet. So, I got to eat something. Let me go home and eat. No, so that's all emotional eating. Yeah.
So
Gotta get
figure
control of
out
that.
where the problem lies. If you're an overeater, or it may be something with your health,
Right. Metabolism.
metabolism.
Yeah.
I read something about thyroids can.
That's right.
You have to find out what's causing the weight gain as well as these other steps.
Nick, and they
because
need
you
to
could
get
be
a physical.
you could be beating yourself.
For
What they
no-
say, beating a dead horse.
Right. And then that goes to, as women or men too, we needed to get you need a physical.
Yes.
Some of us have not been to the doctor in God knows how long, and it could be something that they can control if you were just gaining obsessive a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Like you said, thyroids, whatever. Females have female issues that are going on, and it could be something that could be fixed in the blink of an eye. But because we don't, we stay stuck. So yeah, take care of your physical health too.
Your physical health. Yes. Find out what's causing you the problem in the first place before you come up with solutions to losing weight, because that would be discouraging. Just say hypothetically you had some kind of thyroid problem and
Right.
you're dieting and you're not losing weight and
Right.
you're like, oh, forget it,
And then
No.
you be discouraged. You don't want to keep going.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
that's good.
find out the problem. So for me, like I said, I was an emotional eater.
Yeah. So how is
Unfortunately,
that
I
working
had-
for you now, though? How are you now? Look,
I
I
had
turn
to-
the tables on her.
I had to change my thinking process. Like you said, if I know I'm mad about something, the first thing I want to do is eat. I said, wait a minute. No. And I put it down. Or if I'm just in the mood where I'm just greedy, like at work, when they order those pizzas and hot wings and stuff like that, I'm like, do I really want to eat that and waste my whole workout or waste my time?
That's
Because I know when
good.
I get on that scale, it's going to show.
That's good.
So it's self-discipline, but it's more of that self-talk, as I spoke of in my previous episode. That self-talk, what I tell myself.
Talk yourself into it or out of it. You have the ability to do that. To talk myself in it or out of it. Because that pizza come, you want that pizza.
Yeah.
Ooh, help me, Jesus.
Another thing I did also, as far as the nutrition-wise, like Fee was saying, you may like chips. So what I did is I still ate chips, but I ate like baked chips, and I got those 100-calorie packs. And I allow myself one a day. I didn't keep them where they're accessible. They might be in my trunk of my car. I'm not going to get out of my bed and go outside to the trunk.
But I do.
I mean,
bitch.
it sounds extreme,
No.
but I had to do that for myself.
I do that now, Nikki.
See, you think you're alone, but you're really not.
I keep stuff in my car.
Because I'm not going out there. That's me.
Girl, well, I ain't gonna lie. Lie.
This is confession time.
I'm not gonna lie. Listen, baby. But at least we are aware. For me, it's so amazing to be aware of what I'm doing. Because if I get out of my bed at 10 o'clock and go to my car, by the time I get to the bottom of the steps, I'll be going, you fool. You didn't get out your bed. I came downstairs. My grandbaby going, Granny, where you going? But awareness is amazing.
Yes.
I thank God for that awareness that I know right from wrong. See, if you get out your bed and go downstairs, you wrong all day long. Right?
I'm hoping at some point, like you, I was like, wait a minute.
Right. I'll get to the first step and go, well, because I've done that too. But those are good things nutrition-wise to either get the big bag and put it in little baggies. That's a really good one. Divide them up into baggies. Now, don't do like I've done. Had one of them days I eat all the little baggies, right? Or go from regular chips to baked. Or 100 calorie, or each week you give yourself a treat. On Wednesday, maybe it's treat day. I'm gonna go to the corner store and get a bag of chips versus the big store and get the big bag. Yeah. We call it kind of tricking your mind a little bit to say, okay, well, at least this is better than that. And any little step or success is a success. If I don't eat skinny popcorn this week, that's a success, right? If I can go a week and a half without skinny popcorn, I listen. You know, and so like you said, and it's so important, is celebrate the little things.
Yes.
We don't celebrate the little things, Nikki. I don't care if you made it through this week on one tank of gas. That's a success. That means you didn't run in the street. Or if you went home 3 out of the 5 days and cooked a healthy meal, that's a success. Or if you walked from your living room to your kitchen 10 times, that's a celebrated success. Give yourself permission to celebrate the success.
I like that. Say it again.
Give yourself permission to celebrate the littlest success.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of times, and I know for me, I will be so busy, beat myself up over what I haven't done. And this is confession time. I got my grandbaby. So my house, it looks like Annie M went through there on the broomstick, right? But I'm not even celebrating that God has allowed me to assist her in her foundation and raising her.
Yes.
See, that's the success for the week, that we made it through the week, got to school on time, she ate healthy food, she was in bed on time. I will get that house clean. But the success is we made it another week. So the success for somebody might be, I had vegetables this week. Every day this week, I had green vegetables. That's a success when you're used to eating junk food every day. Give yourself permission to celebrate.
And I said that because it's very important. Because like I say, you can create these high expectations for yourself. And if you don't meet them, that can become crippling. Because then you know you don't want to do it anymore.
It's too much.
Yes.
You put yourself.
Oh, I want to look like Janet Jackson.
And girl, when they come in the gym with a picture, that's what they say. Well, you know what I can say to them. You do. Oh, really?
No. I mean, it's not to say that you can't, but you got to start. Don't expect things too high.
Well, I need to be the best Coach Fee I can be.
Yes.
Right? Or I want to be better this year than I was last year. I don't need a picture of Nikki and bring to the gym and say, I want to look like Nikki. No, I need to be a better version of me, right? Because it's only one of me. Now, I can reconstruct me and be a better me, but I can't be Nikki. I can't look like Nikki. So why would you bring me a picture of a chick that you saw on Instagram and say I want to look like her?
And then you don't know what those people have done to look like that. A lot of people, I didn't know, I was on the short yellow bus. They go get these mommy makeovers, and I didn't know until somebody got something similar to that, and I was with them. I'm like, oh, wow, that's what they pick. No wonder all these women look just alike. I'm dumbfounded.
Just alike.
That hourglass.
And then newsflash, if they don't work out, that ain't staying. Because once you have enhancements like that, you still got to work out. I've had clients that have had these things, and now stuff is growing in areas where it shouldn't be.
And that was the thing that the doctor told my family member, that she didn't get the hourglass. She got another type of surgery where they, what does they call it? Where they take the fat out of one place and put it in the next. But he did tell her that fat will go other places.
Ooh.
It may not go the areas that we worked
it
on,
came from,
but it will go other places.
That's
so
right.
you still have to maintain. So I would just say, just eat what you're supposed to be eating and
That's right.
exercise.
At
the end of the day, cut
the
back
end of the day,
a little bit.
if
and go
you
on.
don't have to go under a knife, if you don't have to. Now, we do know there are situations where people have to do things for health reasons, and we get that. And we're all for whatever works for you. But at the end of the day, I want to know, Nikki, that I've done all that I'm supposed to do. And if I can't do it and I go, I just can't, then, okay, let's look at some other alternatives. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody has a right to do what works for them. But we know too many people. I know too many people who has lost their lives, because they want to look like J-Lo or somebody, and that's not it. So, health, eating, eating correctly as best you can, exercising, and proper rest, and keeping your mental and your spiritual self in check. That's all. That's all. It all goes together.
And that's what I found out is true.
It goes
So
together.
once I started working out, and like I said, in my spiritual side, and in my mental capacity, everything began to just kind of fall into place.
Yeah, it does.
It's not an easy process, but it can be done.
But if it was easy, would you want it? You know what I'm saying? If it was easy, would you be grateful? I always say to myself, if it was easy, everybody be doing it.
True.
Everybody be doing it. But, hard. My dad used to always say, hard work ain't never killed nobody. Hard work ain't never killed nobody. So you got to put in some work. It's the gratification for me of what I get out of it, that I can say to myself, I did the darn thing. I did that. Me and God had it going on. We got up every morning at 5 o'clock and worked out. God, you had to push me out the bed a couple of times, but we made it happen. And nothing feels better than completing something.
Just like me. I know I'm late every morning when I get ready.
She is, y'all, but she work her tail off when she there.
But in my mind, I said, Nikki, get up.
Yeah.
Nikki, get up. If you don't get out this bed, you're going to be angry with yourself for the rest of the day because you didn't go work out.
But I need to say in her defense,
I'm working on that.
You work.
I'm working on that, of being on time. But my point is, I'm my own motivator.
Yeah.
Because as I'm laying in that bed, it would be easy for me. Oh, I'm just going to tell Fee I can't make it.
Right.
But I don't. Now I'm feeding myself. Nikki, get up. Get up.
Positive information.
So I told you one morning, I said, I might be late, but just bear with me.
She did.
Let me make it here.
I don't fuss no more, y'all.
Let me get in the habit of getting here, and then I'm going to work my way up to not being.
I don't fuss it. I go, hey, Nikki girl.
No, give me 100 jumping jacks, and I'll be like, oh,
she walk in the door looking like, what's going on? What's going on?
I'm working on that.
Yeah,
I'm working on that.
That's okay. One thing.
That's just my story to say. You in your mind, you can play tricks on you. Oh, don't get up, girl.
Because it'll tell you don't go because you're late.
Yeah. Exactly. I'm like, no, let me get up and go.
Yeah.
But being late is not a habit I'm planning on keeping, so don't take that.
What did we just say? One thing at a time.
Yeah.
I'm in the door. Now let me work on the lateness later.
So if you could give advice to someone that may be struggling right now, what would be your advice to that person that's struggling to get off that couch, that's struggling to change their diet, or may have these negative energies around them telling them what they can't do? What would be your advice to that person?
First thing came to my mind is that you are worth it. You are worth it. You deserve it. A lot of times we don't think we deserve to be healthy or to be loved or anything. But when it comes to your health, you probably have loved ones that you want to be around for. And if nothing else, they deserve a better you, or you deserve a better you too. And so, as we said before, I want you to get up, move a leg, and sit back down. And meet yourself at your point of need. That means that it doesn't matter what anybody says. It doesn't matter what anybody else is doing. You have the right and deserve to change your lifestyle because we love you. We want you around. They want you around. And so my words to you today is just do it. No questions asked, no reasoning, just do it. That's my word today. Just do it.
And with that being said, this is going to conclude this episode. I hope that this helps someone that's struggling to get off the couch, that's struggling to change their lifestyle, that's struggling to love themselves, because you can do it. If you can see me or hear my voice, I was that person. I'm still struggling every day, but guess what? I still get up every day, and you can do the same thing. So with this, I would like for you to leave your comments. You can find me on Facebook. Tell me your opinion on this subject. Maybe you have a story that you can tell to someone to motivate them That's my purpose. Let's motivate each other, whether it be to lose weight or whatever it is a person going through in life. Let's motivate each other. Leave your comments. You can find me on Facebook, Confessions with Nikki G. You can find me on Instagram. I am reachable. Website, you can find me at nikkig.org. And please do not forget the E in Nikki. Well, it was nice talking to you. And I would like to thank Fee for coming out today.
Thank you for having me. I've enjoyed it. I'm ready to come back.
What,
I need another topic.
She will be back. We're going to go a little bit deeper next time on some grown woman stuff.
Grown woman stuff.
Well, we'll talk to you next week.